All right.
Okay, let's get right into TV reviews. SmackDown and Raw. SmackDown and Raw. I'm going to make a point here at the beginning that something WWE is doing very, very well. That is, I don't know if it's by design or whatever, but remember how we're talking, bro. You know how like we talk about how when you elevate indie wrestling up into the main roster, but it's still just indie wrestling, right? And some of our criticisms of AEW has been like, bro, if you're going on TV, you need to dress like a star, right? Everybody on that show on SmackDown that is in any type of street, SmackDown and Raw that are in any type of street clothes these days look like $1 million. Nice, expensive suits. Just it's like their visual production of their characters,
right,
is definitely elevated. Like right. they're definitely separating themselves and that's AEW's fault. These guys are coming out on TV and looking like slobs, and we're supposed to look. You're looking at one show. And these guys look like $1 million, and you look at the other show, and the guys do not. You know, so it's like it's.
I'll give you a good example. If I could interrupt for 1 second, just because what you're saying, I noticed that Rusev on AEW or Miro, his gimmick is like the Twitch gamer, and now I saw his promo pictures. He's dressed in like pajamas and slippers and like a lazy like shirt. Like, so he's going to dress like a gamer.
I'm like,
that was very weird.
Let me tell you, when he came out. First of all, I don't know if you've seen this meme that they have where I think Cole Cabana put it up, which I actually popped, and he points to his shirt, and it's like a Disney Gucci shirt. Listen to this. And basically just has a picture of like a couple Disney characters in the front.
Mouse.
Right, and it's like $1,600, okay?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No way I'd pay that for that shirt. Okay, then he's wearing Gucci pants, which is basically a whole bunch of Donald Ducks or Mickey Mouse all over these little you seem interested in that, Joe. You'd probably wear that. So they had just like Gucci, and that's like $1,500. And then he was wearing Yeezys, which those are expensive. But when you look at him, you don't look like a star. He just looks like
a fighter, like a guy that's there to fight.
Right. I'll give you an example. Look at how clean the Hurt Business looks.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. They look like $1 million, like big. They look like studs, professional. Right. They look, bro. How does Conor McGregor dress whenever he comes into a fight?
Right.
To the nines. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very intelligent. Like Drew McIntyre looks like he's got a nice Versace black shirt with nice belt, black sledge. Just looks like $1 million, and then you look at these guys like
the only guy
hey, look like $1 million.
The only guy in AEW that really does that is Cody. He does a great job of that. He ain't afraid to wear some nice shit.
Right. And then Jericho too, but he's like his gimmick is kind of like I'm just like a rock star.
Right. It is a very different gimmick. Right.
But, okay, so SmackDown, they open up Roman and Paul. I just love Roman Reigns right now, and I love what they're doing with him with his gimmick.
Right.
Show up and win, wreck everybody and leave. It's like
Now he's a guy that looks great just standing there, but imagine how much more impressive he'd look in a suit.
Oh, if he had to, but he looks like $1 million right now.
Right.
He's got the it's not like he was wearing the exact same thing every single time, black and stuff. Now he's got his hair, his hair looks short. It's not like greasy and stuff. It just looks better.
Yeah.
But this whole segment is I didn't like this because it broke down into the whole thing where all the guys come out, Sheamus and stuff. Like Paul was kind of a good promo with Jey Uso, and like I'm into this story because they're the lines they're using are working, but this just broke down into the thing like, okay, now there's going to be the big match at the end of the night. So it's like I still don't like it when this formula of how they open the show like this, where one guy comes out, another guy. Bro, if you're going to do a conversation like this, at some point, sometimes it doesn't hurt to just find a location in the building and do it somewhere else. Like, because like seriously, if say Paul and Roman run into Jey Uso backstage, they would have had this exact same conversation. Then once these other guys come in, but just looks different. And when it looks different, the channel surfers like staying on this, go, hey, this looks different. When things look the same, it gets the feeling of like the sameness, like the same old thing. Everybody's got to talk, and before it's just I don't know. So that's
Let me tell you what I thought about this segment. I don't know why Paulie kept referring to Roman as a tribal chief. I don't know if that's some Samoan terminology I don't know about, but they introduced Jey Uso and they showed pictures of them together as kids. Right. It's funny because in one of them, Roman looks like a man standing next to him. It's almost like I saw this picture of The Rock when he was 15. He was thin, but he looked like he was 20. You know what I'm
He had
saying?
a thick
But that's how,
mustache.
huh?
He had a real thick mustache, and he was like a teenager.
Yeah, and it's funny because I live in San Diego, and I know in Las Vegas they're full of Polynesians. You know, Tonga, Samoa. You know, and so I'm always play. I used to play basketball with a lot of them, and you'd see these young kids that were like, 15 years old, and they looked like they were over 20. But it was so funny how much bigger Roman looked than Jay.
Yeah. And what they're doing here is getting Jey Uso is getting more mic time than I've seen him get forever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he's getting over, and Roman's getting over with his gimmick because it's very simple. He just delivers strong lines that tell the story and stuff.
So let me continue. So Roman does not need Paulie. I said that last week, but it doesn't hurt him. Okay, because Roman put over Jay. He was good on the mic, bro. He put over Jay. That the family was proud of him. They was bringing a bigger paycheck home. But he told, but just like when we were kids, I'm still gonna whoop your ass.
Right.
And Jay goes, "We're not kids anymore, bro." That's well done, realistic, not nerdy that they give half the other guys. You know what I'm saying? You can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? And it was well delivered.
Right.
Then, of course, Mayor McCorney shows up. I don't know why they don't just give Cesaro his spot, coming out with the suit and the goofy crown and the little fucking stick that a king would carry around.
Corbin?
Yeah, Corbin comes out. Then the usually unentertaining Sheamus comes out, and they both basically say the same that Roman pulled strings to get Uso into the match when Big E was injured by Sheamus. This was actually very logical because Sheamus injured Big E, probably hoping he wouldn't be in that match, but instead they put in Jey Uso. So
right. Okay, so next is one of my favorite.
Then I want to say one more thing. And what did you think of this? Because I thought this was a very flat ending. So if you remember, Uso calls them, and I don't know what this even means, and it came off as kind of stupid, butt mugs or some shit like that. All of a sudden, one guy, comes at him. He cams him over the top. Okay. It was Sheamus. Then he gets the other guy and he rams him into the corner, and then that's how they go off. I think they should have gone off hot fighting, maybe, all four of them. Then they canned them out. Then they looked at each other. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a very flat finish to a very good segment.
All right. So next is my favorite part of what they're doing.
Would you agree with any of that or no?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
The next part is my favorite thing of what they're doing. Bro, I love how they are making Sami Zayn the annoying millennial hipster. It's like
he's great.
It's just he's over the tie. It's just like he's like an actual annoying guy, and it's like you get aggravated watching him on the show because he does it so well. Plus, he dresses the part like a Brooklyn hipster,
Here's another thing I wanted to tell you.
Real quick, I got to ask you something because you've been watching this full show lately. I haven't.
Yeah.
Well, so they're announcing Hardy versus Styles for the Intercontinental Championship, but he's got the belt. Well, what's this? What am I missing here?
Okay, so when Zayn got, I don't know what was the storyline because I wasn't really watching it back then, but Zayn either got injured or got suspended or something, but he went away for a while, right? Mm-hmm. But he never lost his title.
Right.
So he comes back and he's saying, I never lost my title. Why is there another IC champion when I'm the actual champion?
Oh, there are two belts?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay, right. All right, cool. All right, so that I understand.
And here's another thing I wanted to ask you. I read somewhere last week's show, which I thought was very good, got good numbers. And I just think that one of the things besides the show was good is that it's a lot easier to digest 2 hours instead of 3. Here's something I saw, which I find weird. They were putting in ads for Monday's show for Raw, right? Mm-hmm. And they were calling the show In Your Face. So why do they have subtitles now, like for Raw shows? Are they going to do that every week?
Well, because Monday Night Football, so they want to make it seem like this is a big show. It's not just a regular, you know what I'm saying? It's just marketing because, right. Yeah, but you're still marketing. You're marketing that. You got to market.
But when people start watching and notice nothing special happened, they're not going to be caught with that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can still advertise,
to give you the heads up on that, SmackDown did get a $1.9 million 2 weeks ago and a 1.893 for this show on Friday.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you something. The funniest thing is Meltzer and all these guys are talking about that this show's numbers would be going down. And I'm like, dude, I do not think wrestling fans are really interested in anything else besides wrestling. And if, you look at the numbers each week, it's like, because, bro, they're on different nights. and it's like their fans are just following them wherever they go. You know, it's like it doesn't even matter if you're on the wrong night and there's like others like it's like this is like the only TV shows they watch. They could put these shows on at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I bet they'd get the same audience because everybody, they're all fans, would wake up and watch the show.
And
it's
I think that what you say is true. They're like, all right, today AEW isn't on, and even though I like. That's what I like. At least there's some wrestling, so I'll watch NXT just to see what they're doing, or you know what I'm saying. So
they have a group of fans that are just like wrestling fans. I've said this all along. You look at wrestling fans, and they're just not intersected into any other part of pop culture or anything. They're just like, they just love wrestling. You know, it's like crazy.